Now the reason is because when we make that connection, that first connection, it is new, right? It is a new experience and you welcome it, right? And you enjoy it. But after a period of time, you will find that because you begin to see the other person differently, you have a different perspective about the perception about the person. You see the person so differently that that act that you, like maybe your partner used to maybe buy you roses every Sunday or something like that, okay? Now it was really romantic at that time, but your partner keeps doing that. Then you begin to see aspects of your partner whereby he may be, just an example, he may be very lazy. Okay, he doesn't want to do his part of the chores at home. And you realize that because he's so lazy, he buys you roses to make up for it. This is what goes through your mind, okay? He's only buying me roses because he feels bad. Or he's only buying me roses because he wants me to do him a favor. He's only buying me roses because he wants something from me. Right? All these things will run through your mind. And because all these things are going through your mind, you go on a mind trip. Right? We start tripping ourselves. Now, but if you look at the act of buying roses, right? Roses are given to you. The act remains the same. Your mind trips on you, then you form all these strange ideas and perceptions as to why your partner is buying you roses. And you say, oh yeah, he's always buying me roses because he wants something from me. You know, so you get irritated. So the act is no longer so romantic anymore. Okay? So the way to, so would you say that the act of receiving roses or the act of your partner buying roses is a form of communication? Would you say? Yeah? Okay? It is a form of communication. So action, words, what else? Touch. What else? Expression. Facial expressions. Okay. These are all forms of communication. Now, after a while, when you are in a relationship for a long time, you seem to think that you know this person very well. So every facial expression, you kind of guess like, okay, you know, he looks like that now. This means that he's feeling this way. Or he looks like this now, this means he's feeling that way. So you start to form ideas. Okay? So all these ideas are actually all in your mind. They may not necessarily be true though, because they are your perception of the situation. Okay? So if you think back about situations in your life where you see the same people every day, think about the facial expression of your partner, for example. Okay, if you can think of it now. When your partner is happy, what kind of facial expression? When your partner is angry, what kind of facial expression? When your partner is irritated with you, what kind of facial expression comes up? Okay? Now if you think about the facial expression, even before your partner says anything, you notice the expression, do you find yourself becoming defensive? Let's say you notice that your partner's facial expression is one of anger. You perceive it as anger. Your partner hasn't said a word, you just perceive it as anger. Do you find yourself like, oh no? Do you have this running through your mind? You become either very defensive, you take a step back and you say, I'm not going to go there, or you become offensive, you go forward and you, here, let's fight. Okay? So, all of these, from actions, words, touch to facial expression, formulate a picture in your mind that determines how you are going to communicate with your partner. Okay? So one of the most important things to remember is that in your communication with your partner, romantic partner especially, is never mind trip. Because that is the one that really gets you into arguments, into misunderstanding, right? Normally, so much so that when you mind trip, you're not listening to what your partner is saying. You are guessing what your partner is saying. Because you say, but he's done that over and over again. I know what he's going to say. I know what he's going to do. Right? You say that to yourself because you feel that you know him because of the repetition. You feel that you know him because you are familiar. But if you adopt a position where you are seeing this person as a new person every day, you will find that you will notice this person differently. You will not mind trip. Alright, whenever he has a certain, perhaps, facial expression on his face, and then you feel this defensive or offensive mode coming in within you, immediately put a stop and say to yourself, I'm just going to observe. I'm just going to observe. I'm not going to take it personally. I'm just going to observe what he's doing, what he's going to say, and then I will decide what is the next course of action.